How are we doing, folks? It's Maybach Egg. Today we are going to be playing a close to mono green lands deck in the Timeless format. The beloved win con of many a lands player, Dark Depths, was added to Arena through the Avatar bonus sheet at the end of last year. I've been keeping my eye out in the metagame for a lands deck that really excites me, that leverages Dark Depths. There are few things better than swinging in with a flying, indestructible 2020 by the name of Merit Lage. For those of you who aren't familiar, Dark Depths combos with another land called Thespian Stage. Normally, you'd have to sink 30 mana into Dark Depths to strip the 10 ice counters it enters the battlefield with off of it to make Merit Lage. But when you make a copy of Dark Depths using Thespian Stage's ability, where it becomes a copy of a target land, the legendary rule goes into effect, sending one of the copies of Dark Depths to the graveyard. If you decide to keep the copied Dark Depths around, it doesn't have any counters placed on it since it was a Thespian Stage when it entered. Thus, you have a Merit Lage at the cost of 1 land and 2 mana. Now, you'll notice that there's only 2 Thespian Stages here and only 1 Dark Depths in this list. And you might be asking, why is that? Why aren't you going all in on this? That's because it's not our main win con. What is much more readily dependable in the Timeless metagame, as many of you probably know, is big surprise strip locking your opponent. Thus, we are going to be running a full set of strip mines, wary zone guards, and Icetill Explorers. The nice thing that I've found with the Icetill Explorer in particular is that as you recur lands from your graveyard and mill cards off the top of your deck, you're essentially milling into an inevitable Dark Depths win. So even if the strip lock doesn't feel super deterministic, you're getting into your Dark Depths win every time the turn passes to you and you're playing lands with your Icetill Explorer. We also have everyone's favorite 1-mana planeswalker, Deathrite Shaman, to police our opponent's graveyard and give us some acceleration, alongside Exploration, which lets us play an extra land on each of our turns. We've got some land tutoring effects with Crop Rotation and with Sowing Mycospawn. And we've also got a Green Sun Zenith package. This includes Titania, Vintage Cube All-Star. She recurs our lands and helps us make big tokens. We've also got Endurance, Reclamation Sage, and Sylvan Safekeeper, which can combo with Titania by sacking our lands and also protect valuable creatures like our Merit Lage or our Icetill Explorer from removal. I've adapted this list from a tournament-winning deck list from João Vitor de Silva. I've done some tinkering with the spells in his list to smooth the creatures into a clean Green Sun Zenith kit. I think it initially had some Formidable Speakers and some Badger Mole Cubs, and I pared down on those to make room for Green Sun Zenith. I've also, as much as it pains me, replaced the one of Field of the Dead for Bossing Sea, which I think can get going sooner than Field of the Dead and serves a similar purpose. When Timeless started, I was maining Titanfield for a really long time, so it just kills me to see it go, but so be it. I've left his sideboard completely intact because I think it's working well in the matches that I've played. Most of the problematic creature matchups can be answered by Culling Ritual and Dismember, and the rest of the cards slow down combo matchups and remove important hate pieces. In my experience with the deck so far, I found that graveyard hate cards like Leyline of the Void and Douthie Voidwalker really shut down our capabilities. But oftentimes, what we're doing in most matches is powering out big threats like Zone Guard or Icetill ahead of the clock and taking a dominant position in a number of games. I'm having a lot of fun with this deck. Timeless's current card pool is by no means ideal for a lands deck, but we've come so much closer in the last few months with Crop Rotation, Zenith, and Dark Depths being added to the format. So let's hop into some games. All right, we are on the draw with kind of an interesting hand. Lots of lands, a crop rotation to set up a strip block, but no creature to do so. I think this might be a mole. This is looking roughly the same, but I don't know, maybe a little bit better. I think I'm going to keep this one. Let's put back the Yavi Maya for now. If we're playing against like Show and Tell, the Reclamation Sage would be fantastic. Gemstone's Caverns is really interesting. And Wary Zone Guard was maybe the ideal top deck. So we're going to go ahead and grab our Snow-Covered Forest, play out our Deathrite Shaman, and then next turn, if things are going according to plan, we'll play Ancient Tomb, play our Wary Zone Guard, and then get back our Wooded Foothills. So they went ahead and dismembered our Deathrite Shaman, which I'm fine with. Merfolk, you don't say. Fascinating. Shout out to the fish for the one time. Silvergill Mentor. That's a new Lurrus Eclipsed card that makes a makes some fish tokens. Very cool. I'm intrigued to see what they got going on here. Anyways, really glad that the Deathrite Shaman ate the Dismember, because that means our Wary Zone Guard gets to chill. So this would actually be a decent match for Blast Zone. Although, I think most of their creatures are probably on too. What do you have? Do you have the Tishana's Tidebinder here? No. Okay. Wow. Well, I kind of love Titania. Yeah. Titania is pretty fantastic. Let's go ahead and do a couple of strip mines here. Aha! There's the Tidebinder. Okay. Now, if I was them, I would have Tidebound the Wary Zone Guard trigger, but that's fine by me, I guess. Because it doesn't, like, name strip mine. I just get to bring the strip mine back and chill. Now, the question here is, do we want to strip mine them, or do we want to play Titania? I guess what we could do is we could strip mine them and then play Reclamation Sage as a blocker, because I'm almost certain it's not going to be relevant this match. So we can chump, sorry, not chump, but just block Tishana's Tidebinder with Rec Sage. Here comes another Silvergill Mentor. They're swinging in. We'll block the Tidebinder. It is quite a bit of damage they got coming down, for sure, for sure. I think we play Thespian Stage. We play Titania. So that we can get the strip mine back. Strip him. Attack with Wary Zone Guard. Strip him again. And we're making 2 5/3 elementals. No blocks. I think this gemstone, yeah, this gemstone is just a colorless land because they didn't, they played it as their first land for turn and they didn't do the exile thing. Well, this is fascinating. This is, I love seeing Merfolk on the board here. Let's take out the Reclamation Sage. I don't think that'll be relevant. Culling Ritual seems pretty good, especially since we saw 2 Silvergill Mentors. I think a lot of the new Lurrus Eclipsed Merfolk make tokens, so that'll wipe any tokens they got going around. We didn't see any lords from them. I'm pretty sure there are a couple of lords on the arena client. Definitely one culling ritual. I don't hate endurance as like a big butt blocker, but I also think, you know, we have Sowing Mica Spawn, we have Icetill Explorer, we have Titania, so I think it's a question of how many culling rituals we want to load up. So I think let's do 2 more, and we'll trim a Safekeeper. We'll also trim a Green Sun Zenith, which I feel like is not super great against blue decks, because Force and Negation can just counter Green Sun Zenith pretty cleanly. So let's try running it like this. Kind of a sketchy hand, but it also could be tight. We just need that. We need like an Ancient Tomb or another green source. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna keep this. Recording this on March 3rd. The ladder has just reset. We're hitting the ladder with good old lands. Okay, so they got rid of Vodalian Hexcatcher. Right, that is a Dominaria United Lord that really fucks up your non-creature spells. So this is like some alchemy card that makes a tropical island, which is kind of cool. Okay, not hitting a third land is tough, but I'll tell you what we'll do is we will go ahead and crack this and go get our underground. Do we get our underground mortuary, or do we just get snow-covered forest? I'm a little worried because they are almost definitely running Harbinger of the Seas, the blue blood moon creature. That actually would have been nice to get some dismembers in for that, now that I'm thinking about it. Let's play scared and get basic forest. Just to be super careful. Okay. Really wish we were hitting a land drop. Let's just go get Deathrite Shaman here. Maybe we could bait out a Force of Negation or a counter spell. Okay, so they're doing Vodalian Hexcatcher, and they're gonna get rid of their Hexcatcher or their Shoreline Scout? Probably the Shoreline Scout, yeah. Yep, that's good. That slows down their clock a little bit. Yep, there it is. Yeah, I'm really glad I got that forest now, man. Fuck. Okay. Shoot. This is not looking good for us, folks. Where are our lands? I think there's like 29 lands in this deck. That's not good. These culling rituals are not looking so good now. I think I'm going to have to go get some dismembers. Ooh, yeah. Master of the Pearl Trident. That is one of the lords I was thinking about. Okay, that's 6 damage. I don't think there's any hope for us. Here's Nurturing Peatland. Yeah, Wary Zone Guard comes in tapped. That's a GG. Okay. Let's take a look at some dismembers. Maybe we just want to do dismember instead of culling ritual and just get on board and block their stuff and do that. I don't know. Is there anything else that I like? Maybe trimming the endurance for one culling ritual. We just can't get stuck under that Harbinger of the Seas again. That wasn't really the problem. The problem is that we didn't draw our lands, but okay. This looks pretty phenomenal. We'll go ahead and fetch basic forest. Player Deathrite. Maybe strip mine him next turn. Pithing Needle. Almost certainly naming strip mine. Or Deathrite Shaman? Maybe? They're thinking about it. Yeah, Deathrite Shaman. You know what sucks? I learned this the hard way recently. Deathrite Shaman's first ability, because it says the semicolon is before exile target land card from a graveyard, it does not count as a mana ability. So it's just completely shut off. You would think that maybe you can do the first ability, but you absolutely cannot. It's absolutely get fucked. Let's play the Exploration. That's a nice pickup. We'll do Overgrown Tomb tapped. And we'll strip mine their island. Oh, wow. They didn't want anything else to do with it on the play against Dragon Rider 47. If we didn't have a bunch of 4-drops in our hand, this would look pretty tight, but I think this is a mole. This looks really good. Let's keep this. And we'll put back, I think maybe the Bajuka Bog. We could set up a Dark Depths combo with Crop, Rotation, and Exploration. Yeah, this is what we'll do. We'll kind of make a bit of a game time decision in their end step regarding whether to Crop Rot whether to crack Verdant Catacombs and then Crop Rot for Ancient Tomb to start getting our Wary Zone Guard going down, or if we want to do something else. Once Upon a Time Wooded Foothills is interesting. I think let's go ahead and let's grab the forest. Let's Crop Rot. Let's get the Ancient Tomb. And let's do some Wary Zone Guard gaming. There's a chance they Lightning Bolt us, which would be very sad. But we just gotta find out. That looks like Lightning Bolt. Oh, it's just Commercial District. Crisis averted. Okay, they milled a Icetill Explorer into their yard. They might be on some similar bullshit. I'm going to go ahead and grab our other forest. Or do I grab the Overgrown Tomb? Fuck it, why not? And play out our Deathrite Shaman. Wow. Ancient Tomb pass. Okay. Let's play our Blast Zone. Let's attack with Wary Zone Guard. And let's go grab the Verdant Catacombs again. And we will pass. Okay. They're on some lands bullshit themselves. Thespian Stage and Strip Mine. Yikes. Let's go ahead and gain some life, getting rid of their Icetill. How does that sound? And we can do our Underground Mortuary. And take a look at what we get. We get a Misty Rainforest. We don't need to draw land. What we do want to draw is like something other than that. I'd love to draw. Would love to have drawn a Thespian Stage or a Crop Rotation. But we got the creatures on board. They do not. They have colorless mana in play. Oh, they can just copy my Thespian Stage. I forgot about that. Is there anything I can do here to respond? If I have my own Thespian Stage, I could copy Blast Zone Have 0. Nope. But then Merit Lage is indestructible. That doesn't actually work. Trying to just activate Blast Zone for 0. Man, I forgot about that shit. Oh, maybe shouldn't have played the Dark Depths out. Are you sacking mine? You getting rid of mine? Man, I don't think I have a single play here. Yeah, that's GG. Okay. We're playing the mirror. What would I like to see in the mirror? I think I'm going to get rid of Rex Sage. I think I'm going to get rid of the Sylvan Safekeeper. I'm going to bring in the Dismembers because it gets rid of Zone Guard and Icetill and some relevant stuff. I'm not afraid about having my spells countered. Yeah, Endurance is probably a good call. I think maybe trimming, I don't know, maybe trimming 2 Green Suns, as crazy as that sounds. Maybe 1 Green Sun and 1 Sowing Mica Spawn. Okay, we've got a turn 2 Icetill. Seems great. Hopefully they don't have any graveyard hatred for us. They do. Fuck me. Okay, well. That sucks. Wish I brought in the fucking... What's it called now? Strip Mine. That's pretty awful. This might be a quick one. Wooded Foothills is solid. I don't even think this list has a Beseiju. It really should. I think it really should. Let's just put our Icetill into play. Hopefully we can just start beating with that. The problem is that it starts milling creatures, like important cards over. That kind of sucks. But, I'm not mad about milling another Icetill over. Deathrite's a decent pickup because it can get rid of their Strip Mine right now. Okay, this is Merit Lage. How do we want to do this? Let's get rid of their Strip Mine. And let's kick this for the kicker cost. Let's go ahead and exile their Thespian Stage. And we're on to game 3. Wow. Man, I really hate that Leyline of the Void. Makes me want to run some Force of Vigors. That Sowing Mica Spawn was really good. It was really good. Maybe the Titania is just too cute. I hate to say that. I really, really love that card. But I think we got to trim a Titania. God, yeah. We need a Beseiju in this deck. What's my last cut? Maybe 1 Icetill. Milling those cards feels pretty bad. Yeah, let's run this. Okay, opponent has kept 7. We got a good hand, I think. Even with Leyline of the Void. We're just going to have to believe. I wonder if they're on, like, a more Dark Depths focused list. Blast Zone. We could start putting counters on this to get rid of Leyline of the Void. But that sounds really silly. I think I'm going to get rid of it. Ancient Tomb feels pretty good. I'm going to do that. Let's see what happens. I was a little afraid they were going to crop rotation at the end of their turn. So, note to self, don't play a fucking Dark Depths with their guys out. You know what? I maybe should have played Wary Zone Guard there, because I think we're the beatdown. Let's go ahead and Wooded Foothills. And I guess pass? Yeah, we'll pass. They're copying Underground Mortuary. Fine. Icetill. Okay. Let's, in response, flash in Endurance. The boy. It's possible they have another land drop to, like a fetch to follow this up with. It's also possible that they have a strip mine. Fuck me. Okay. Well, they can strip me once. And then we're bogging their asses this turn. Exploration is decent. We'll get the Windswept Heath. Swing for a bunch. Valakut. Okay, there's some kind of Valakut list. That's interesting. Oh, are you getting Merit Lage now? Oh, they're getting Strip Mine. That makes sense. Uh-huh. Let's... I don't know what we're going to get, but we're just going to crop rotation this away. What are we going to get? Not getting the Dark Depths. I mean, let's get a Thespian stage, right? There's nothing else here that I'm dying to get. I guess I could get Bossing Sea and Earthbend for 2, swing for... They block the Icetill. Let's get our own Thespian stage, just as insurance against them getting their own Merit Lage. The One Ring, huh? Okay. Damn. All right. Let's get Gate to Manorborn. This is a funny little land that lets us seek a non-land card, but we can only activate it once. Let's play the Wary Zone Guard. We'll leave up... We'll swing with Wary Zone Guard number 1, just to make it Giga Lethal. I maybe actually shouldn't have played that Wary Zone Guard, now that I think about it. That might have been foolish. Because if they have crop rotation here, they could just go get Merit Lage. They're going to get rid of Bossing Sea. Do I want a crop rotation? I think I do. I don't know. Nurturing Peatland? Actually, Strip Mine isn't bad. In case they try to play another thing. They're going to strip my Underground Mortuary. Okay. Sorry, when I said thing, I meant if they play a Dark Depths, we could Strip Mine that. So they're going all out. Oh, God, they're playing another One Ring, so they're stalling for time. They're trying to just totally mill me out. Not mill me out, but strip me out. Green Sun Zenith 4/2 gets me Deathrite Shaman. Do I want to do that? Do I care? Let's go ahead and attack first. Pump these guys up. I think there's a possibility that even if they make Merit Lage next turn, they can't block enough to stay alive. Okay, wait. If I Green Sun Zenith for Deathrite Shaman, I could do 2 damage to them. No, because they're going to strip mine all my lands away next turn. I might not have mana, so I'm not doing anything. Or wait, maybe that was a reason to do it. Shoot. I don't know, man. I'm hoping we've got him dead here, but there's a chance we don't. Yeah, they're just going to town. This is their last land drop, unless they play something else. You gonna go ahead and get my strip mine? Oh, come on! Endurance is dope. Endurance is really dope. Okay, I'm getting rid of your Thespian stage then. We're going to flush their graveyard out in their upkeep. Go put a bunch of crap into their deck. Please do not draw another One Ring. Okay, they're going to start hitting me for 3 damage. There's their Dark Depths. Yep, that's fine. You got how many more land drops? 3 more? That dies. Swinging with the Icetill. Field of the Dead. That's not good. Field of the Dead is really bad. Is this just GG? They could have hit my face at this point. I don't know why they didn't do that. Yeah, that's GG. I'm almost certain. Yeah, it's GG. Ugh, that one's too bad. Well played, opponent. On the draw with solid hand, this is maybe turn 2, Sowing Mica Spawn. Let's do it. Up against a Lurrus deck. It's looking like Esper Tempo.
I must investigate this further.
Let's go ahead and get our Overgrown Tomb. Play the Deathrite and pass. They're brainstorming. They're doing their Titania thing. Okay, polluted Delta. Don't Thoughtseize me, bro. Swords on our Deathrite. Okay. Well, there's our strip mine. We could go ahead and strip them. Do we want to do that? I think so. Let's take them off black. And we'll pass. 4 cards in the graveyard. Just want to make sure we don't get treasure cruised here. Unfortunately, it does look like Tamiyo is likely to ult quite soon. I think we're going to pass. Yeah. We might be getting crushed by Tamiyo.
Respect the library.
Weary Zone Guard showing up a little too late, but we could see what this does. Maybe they're gonna crack a fetch and fatal push it. Or swords it. That also works. Part of me wants to concede here just to, I mean, I've already seen, I think, what our deck does, but definitely don't want to show them the Thespian stage if I don't have to. Yeah, let's go to game 2. Let's go to game 2. We're against Lurrus Esper. I think some culling rituals is probably a good idea. Thorn of Amethyst might also be good. Is Thorn of Amethyst good? Maybe. Yeah, maybe if we do that, we do culling rituals, not Disruptor Flute. We trim a couple of Green Sun Zeniths and a Rex Sage. And I think maybe Safekeeper is actually not that bad because we could protect Merit Lage from getting swords, but I don't know. Do we also want another Endurance? That's also possible. Let's trim the Green Suns and let's trim the Safekeeper. And maybe one Icetill for an Endurance. See what happens. Forest Exploration, Misty Rain Forest. Turn 2 Icetill. Sounds good to me. They do not have Force Negation. That resolved way too quickly. There's the Thoughtseize. Okay. They should get rid of Icetill. Let's go get our Underground Mortuary. Take a look at the top of our deck. I don't think we need a snow-covered forest right now. We also did not need another fetch. Are they going to Force of Vigor the... Oh, they're going to Surgical the Icetill. Okay. That's interesting. They're probably taking a look at our list, see what we got going on. Let's drop our Deathrite. Strip mine them. And drop our Misty Rain Forest. Oh, okay. So they got their own Deathrite, and they're splashing green. So this is like a 4-color deal. Cool. Gate to Manorborn. Seems like a decent pickup. Blast Zone does not make sense right now. Let's play the Windswept Heath, and let's play the Blast Zone. Let's just chill. We can use our Deathrite Shaman as a way to, like, deny them mana. Oh, nice. We can use that to activate our Gate to Manorborn. Do we want to do that right now? Actually, in case they have a Thoughtseize, I'm going to pass. And just go grab our, whatever the fuck. Whatever we have left. We got a forest. Okay. We have one more fetchable. Alright, let's seek a card. What did we get? We got Sowing Mica Spawn. That is pretty solid. I like that. Let's do Bossing Sea. That's also a nice pickup. And let's kick our Sowing Micah Spawn. Exiling the breeding pool. And let's get... Do we want to start doing Dark Depths? That might be the play. Or we could just get Strip Mine. I don't know. How many cards? They got 3 cards in hand. Let's just work on denying their mana. Because another thing we can do is we can Earthbend Strip Mine with Bossing Sea next turn. And then we can get it to come back every time we sacrifice it. It comes back tapped because of the Earthbend. That went pretty well for us this time. We didn't see any of our sideboard cards. Do we still want what we have? I think so. Thorn of Amethyst is a little weird, but maybe it's tight. Let's find out. This is a nice amount of strip mines, but not enough other mana to lean on to cast our spells. I think this is a mulligan. This is a turn 1 Thorn of Amethyst. That seems pretty good to me. Let's keep this. Honestly, the thing I'm least into is maybe Deathrite Shaman. If that kind of sounds crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. That doesn't make sense. Let's do Endurance. Let's put Endurance back. Now the question is, do we want to lead with Thorn or do we want to lead with Deathrite? I think maybe lead with Thorn. So they got their own Deathrite. Let's run out the Thorn. Let's do it. Okay. That resolved really quickly. Probably don't have a Force of Negation. Hollowed Fountain. It's a pretty cursed Psychic Frog.
Oh,
I don't like that.
am I supposed to focus on only one project?
Let's play the Exploration. And then let's play Deathrite Shaman. We could really go for a Culling Ritual in a hot sec here. Getting rid of another Psychic Frog. Wow. So they're just going to boot this up and start swinging in. That's, wow. That's ambitious. And what are they doing? A Demonic Tutor, huh? Okay. Damn. Well, that's kind of wild. Oh, they're going to strip mine us. We're going to get rid of our Ancient Tomb. They said, fuck your Ancient Tomb, bud. Well, we've got a treat for them next turn. Oh, wait, we can't. If we crop rotation, we get rid of Bojuka Bog. I forgot that Bojuka Bog comes in tapped, so we can't play Sowing Micah Spawn this turn. That stinks. What do we crop rotation for? I think we crop rotation for... We crop rotation for Thespian Stage. I should have probably done that on their turn. Whatever. It's getting very dangerous for us, unfortunately. I might have to consider blocking with Deathrite Shaman. Blocking the Psychic Frog, that is. They're going to try to get some mana here. We're going to shut them down. They're going to brainstorm. And flip Tamio. They should have done that after swinging with Tamio, but I'm just being a nitpicking fucker.
This will be a boon to my research. I am not defenseless.
Ooh, strip mine sucks, dude. Yeah, they're gonna get rid of Thespian stage. You bet. And they're gonna pitch something with, yeah. Mm-hmm. That sounds about right. Are we dead? I'm pretty sure we're dead. Yeah. They swing with Frog. They make, I mean, no matter what, they can jump Frog. This Wary Zone Guard gets back Thespian stage. It can get back Bajuka Bog. Okay. But I have to tap Deathrite Shaman. And then I don't have any other blockers. Yeah. I would have to tap Deathrite Shaman to play Wary Zone Guard. Zone Guard comes and tapped. I have no blockers. I die to Frog. GG's. On the draw with a hand of colorless mana. This won't do it. This also won't do it. This actually isn't bad. It's a turn 2 Wary Zone Guard. And yeah, wait. If we, oh yeah. It's also a turn 3. Sorry, a turn 4 Dark Depths. Looks like we're playing some kind of Red Stompy list. They got a Pyrogoyf. Are they doing Chalice on 1? You know what, opponent? That's okay with me. Another Wary Zone Guard? That sounds fantastic. Up against the Tabernacle. Whoa, 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 whoa. Live from the Tabernacle. Chalice on 0? Sure. Sounds fine. That is A-okay with me. I don't think we need this. We can't cast it. Well, not right now, at least. Oh. Strip mine. Well. We can do some of that. We can do some of that. Yeah, will we want to do that, or will we want to do the Dark Depths? Ooh. Well, that was a very auspicious thing to have that Wooded Foothills. Wary Zone Guard should be played instead of Exploration. We attack. And you know what's really fun about moon effects? If you put a Dark Depths into play while a moon is out, it doesn't get any counters on it. So we don't have anything main deck to remove Magus of the Moon, but if they chump with it, we just get free Merit Lage. Pitching Fury to get rid of one of my Zone Guards. Sensible, understandable. We swing for 2, and we are off to the races. Go ahead and play a Strip Mine. Let's attack. We don't get anything back. Let's play an Exploration. Oh, wait. I totally forgot about the Chalice. Whoops. Whatever. I guess that's not good for a Pyrogoyf that they drop. One Ring's a little frustrating, but I have a feeling that we can just race them with Wary Zone Guard at this point. We just have such a massive Zone Guard that they're going to have to start blocking with stuff soon. Maybe they'll cast, I don't know, Babel of the Mirror Breaker. Put a Chud into play. Or maybe we'll get One Rings chained on us again. God, that was miserable. they drop a Pyrogoyf right now, it doesn't have really good stats. We only have creatures and enchantments in the graveyard. Another Magus. Okay. Well, I will go ahead and attack. Damn, they're going down to 3. You betcha. Oops, might be right, opponent. If you don't draw another One Ring, I think you're dead. I think you're dead, pimp. Swinging with 2. Okay. What you got? Got a Fury? You got your One Ring. You betcha. Hell of a match to draw all our lands. Now I'm on the blocking game. I love that they played their Sokenzan, so they can't sneak in a couple of hasted 1/1s. Usually these types of decks only run one Sokenzan. And Bombardiers hits me in the face for lethal. That sucks. Wait, they didn't throw it at me. I mean, we have to believe that they were going to throw it at me, right? There's no way any competent player would have not done that. Although I didn't have to scoop right there. Okay, we are going to trim an Endurance. We're going to trim a... They're not really doing anything with the graveyard, so let's get rid of Bojuka Bog. We definitely want Force of Vigor. We definitely want Dismember to get rid of Magus, to get rid of Bombardier. Man, I really want to see Titania really pop off. And I think that trimming her here and trimming the Safekeeper probably makes sense, which is sad. They have Chalice, so part of me thinks that trimming a 1-drop makes more sense than trimming some of the top end. Let's go ahead and trim 1 Deathrite Shaman, since that is most likely to just get removed. We got Exploration, Green Suns, Dismember. Seems great. They try to power out a Magus. We got the stuff. We got the stuff for him. There's that Chalice. And Chalice on 0. That's so interesting. That is so interesting. That is so fascinating, opponent. We could Sowing Micah Spawn and strip mine him. I don't hate that. And then follow up next turn with Green Sun Zenith for Weary Zone Guard. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Sokenzan. Roast. They roasted my shit. Well, I'm sure glad they did that instead of... do I want to get Weary Zone Guard or do I want to get Icetill? I think I want to get Icetill. Icetill's crazy. No, you know what? Icetill doesn't end the game quickly, though. Zone Guard will. Zone Guard will just do its fucking thing. They could Fury us here, which would be disappointing. It's disappointing, but they would have Furied a Icetill as well. It is 4 toughness. Crop Rotation gets us Merit Lage in their end step. We pass. Oh, shit. Dude, fuck me, man. I keep forgetting about this chalice. God damn it. That's an oops, if I've ever seen one. Okay. Well, we're getting it now. Yeah. I'm sorry too, opponent. I'm sorry too. At least we got there. I thought that sideboarding was decent. It was nice having the dismember in our back pocket at all times. Would have loved a Force of Vigor. Man, I have to remember that I'm playing a deck with 1-drops. Absolutely fuck me. This looks like a strong hand. I'm feeling good about this one. Even if they turn 1 chalice, we're going to have a turn 2 Weary Zone Guard here. Why are you good gaming me? Is that because your hand sucks? I don't want to hear any fucking sass. You got that? Let's hit that Explo. We got crop rotation up for a potential chalice. Oh, no chalice, you say? Well, I will go ahead and grab my sweet strip mine. And that's all she wrote. On the play with a bit of a non-starter. We're gonna throw this one back. Man, this one looks good. This is well, this is a lot of different things. I'm not sure what we should get rid of here. Maybe the Green Suns? Yeah, I think maybe Green Sun Zenith. Because we would just pay 4 to get a Weary Zone Guard anyway, and we have Icetill in hand. Bog or Bog. You hate to see that. Tapped is interesting. That kind of makes me want to lead with a strip. As nuts as that is. Just in case this is mono black reanimator combo fuck shit, you know? Fellmire. Wonder if it's like a Belcher list. Do I want a Deathrite Shaman here, or do I want a crop rotation? I think I want to hold up crop rotation in case they're planning on entombing something for reanimation purposes. They're griefing. Do I pop the crop rotation off right now? No, I don't. They might snag it, but they might also snag Deathrite Shaman. Deathrite. Okay. Strip mine. Dark Ritual. What are you doing? 1 ring, huh? That sucks. Okay. That really sucks. There's our strip mine. I think I'm going to play the Ancient Tomb. My plan here is to try to do a Dark Depths kill. And I would rather run out the tomb. Well, they try to strip mine the tomb. I crop rotation it, get Dark Depths. Thespian Stage. Or we Fuck. Bojuka Bog here. Yeah, I think we Bojuka Bog. I maybe should not have gotten rid of the Ancient Tomb, but let's go ahead and bog them. Maybe they'll take my forest with the strip mine, or maybe they'll take both my lands. Damn. Or maybe not. Okay. Let's Mortuary. Crop rotation is great. Man, these one rings are really fucking our ass today, huh? Maybe this should be a one ring deck. Go ahead, play another one. Why not? Sounds good. Let's play our strip mine and chill. I want a situation where they're tapping out so that they can't Shoulder's Edict us. That's brutal. It's going to start gaining them a lot of life. They grief. I think we strip mine. Their strip mine. And they hit our Underground Mortuary. We respond by crop rotationing the Underground Mortuary. We go get... I mean, it's got to be Dark Depths. I don't think we're winning any other way. Hate to show it to him game one, but what can you do? Let's run the forest out. They gain 20 life here. Ah, fuck. Strip mine is really bad. Sorry, they go up to 20 life here. Hardcast Grief. You betcha. Yup. Okay. Game 2. I like Endurance. I like Disruptor Flute for the one ring. And I like Dismember. Maybe 2 Dismembers to get rid of Sholdred. We don't need Rexage. They might be on some Leyline of the Void, Douthie Void Walker. This is not a good matchup for us. Not at all. I'm thinking maybe we trim the Green Suns and trim an Icetill. Bring in a Force of Vigor. Trim a Myco Spawn. Bring in the other Force of Vigor. Does this make sense? Titania, probably too cute. I think Rexage is more, probably more what we want. Let's try this. Exploration, Crop Rotation, Dismember. I think I'll keep this. Actually, I don't love that we have Bojuka Bog in hand. But I do love that we can kind of empty our hand really quick if we get Grief turn 1. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep it. Sioux Forest, Exploration, Heath. Just see what they got. Here comes a grief. I just know it. Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and get a snow-covered forest. Let's crop rotation and let's sack the normal forest. Let's get a... Should we get a strip mine? I think so. Let's just get rid of their shit right now. They might have a dark ritual to bring a Douthy Voidwalker out, but get rid of our Dismember. Reanimate the Grief. Low value reanimated Grief. And we play Deathrite. And we pass. Because I don't think I want to play this Bojuka Bog right now. Yeah, no. That kind of turned into quite the pitiful hand. I don't know if that was a smart keep on my part. Okay, Wooded Foothills. We can start doing some damage, exiling their stuff, but I think I would rather get our Surveil land to, like, just see what we top deck. Bossing Sea is interesting. We could start earthbending our lands. Is that better than something else? I don't think that's going to win us the game here. I think a Wary Zone Guard is good. I think a, gosh, I don't know. Something else. Blast Zone is intriguing. That could blow up a Shouldered and Grief at some point. Let's pass. This is going to be one ring. Shouldered. Deathrite Shaman removal. Hey, you bet. Okay. Let's go ahead and put some charge counters on here. Thespian Stage. Not doing too much for us. But we can put Blast Zone on 4 counters in our end step. Wow. Okay, so they're going to play Shouldered. That's really interesting, given that we are going to put 2 charge counters on here, and then we're just going to blow up their shit. We're going to draw. Flute is nice. Can't play it this turn, but we can Bojuka Bog and get rid of some pretty high value targets from their graveyard. Maybe that was a way to bait out the Entomb, Reanimate, fucking whatever, right? Or maybe not. Maybe they're just gonna pound us into the fucking ground with Barrowgoyf. Icetill. We can rock with that. Let's do Strip Mine. And get rid of their Ancient Tomb. Strip mine, get rid of their Fellmire. We can get rid of everything, but we can only take so many hits from Barrogoyf, which is a little upsetting. Let's just go ahead and strip lock them for now. We can take a hit with Barrogoyf. That will be fine. They fill the graveyard up with some good stuff. Opposition agent is nice. That's pretty nice. But we can get Bossing C and start making blockers. How phenomenal is that? Hell, we can Bossing C, strip mine, and we've got the Thespian stage in play. I think we got it. It's looking pretty good for us. As long as they don't get rid of our Icetill. Grief. Grief snatching our Disruptor Flute. That's okay. Do they have a Fatal Push? Oh, okay. That's roughly fine. This really threatens our plan. The Grief getting to stick around. They swing in with both. I think we have to, as sad as it is, say goodbye to the Icetill. Farewell, sweet prince. And then as this is happening, we destroy their swamp. Oh, shit. We don't trade with Grief anymore. No! Oh, that was a terrible idea. They're going to surgical our strip mine. That I'm actually, like, quite okay with. I think I might have just fucked myself. or okay, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Yep. Okay. Damn. I could have copied Bossing C with Thespian Stage and made like an army of guys. There's no way for me to block the Grief. I just did not get enough creatures on board. What a damn shame. What a damn shame. Dang. GG's opponent. Well, all right. 2-3 with mostly mono green lands. I think the first thing that can be said about the matches that we saw today is that our opponents put on a clinic demonstrating how powerful the One Ring is. I mean, I think there's definitely an argument for putting the One Ring into this deck. Maybe cutting the Titania, cutting the Sylvan Safekeeper, maybe trimming some other cards off the top end, going down one Icetill Explorer. We really got outgrinded by a lot of the decks that we played against today, and we're a deck with Ancient Tomb, Exploration. We could very easily run the One Ring. I also thought that the deck could have certainly benefited from some more removal. I'm not so sure about Thorn of Amethyst in the sideboard here. That didn't seem like it was super relevant, certainly in the matches that came up today, but I think I would have preferred to have some hand disruption. We could be playing Thoughtseize. I think I could have made better choices while sideboarding for sure. Ironically, Titania could have been quite good in that matchup we had against Valakut lands. That being said, we really needed to see Force of Vigor in a number of matchups, and I don't believe we ever saw it today. So maybe there's an argument for going up on more Force of Vigors, just considering that there are so many powerful hate pieces that we can fight back against using Force of Vigor. Sitting under any kind of Leyline of the Void effect is an absolute recipe for disaster for this deck, and we certainly saw that today. Overall, I've been enjoying myself playing this deck when I'm not getting grinded out by the One Ring. I really like playing with Exploration and the explosive starts that brings. I definitely think that lands is a couple of key pieces away from being a honest to goodness deck. We are in sore need of Urza's Saga, Mox Diamond. All these cards have been put on Arena via the Arena powered cube. It seems like it's just a matter of time until they show up in the Timeless format. And you know what? Caracas would also be a fantastic card. Basically, any classic legacy lands tech you can think of will be just a huge upgrade to the deck. Well, folks, thanks for sticking around. It was a pleasure to enjoy some Timeless with you today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.